it's me, Joy. Welcome to Reading with Joy, where you get to read with joy, because that's me, that's my name, Joy. And we all get to read with joy because we love reading stories. And today we are going to be reading the best story in the world. It's a Christmas story, and I am reading it from this book here, and it's called the Jesus Storybook Bible. You can see it is kind of falling apart, but that's because, as the saying goes, Bibles that are falling apart are owned by people who aren't falling apart. So we're going to be reading this story about Mary and the angel Gabriel. So that part of the Christmas story, it's taken from the book in the Bible called Luke. And this book, the Jesus Storybook Bible, has been written by Sally Lloyd-Jones and illustrated by Jago, whose name I most probably have said wrong. So I'm going to now remove my headpiece here. I'm just wearing that because of course it's nearly Christmas. It's a little bit tight. Right then, let's get started. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Joseph was the great-great-great-grandfather of King David. One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened. "You don't need to be scared," Gabriel said. "God's very happy with you." Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else. "Mary," Gabriel said, and he laughed with such gladness that Mary's eyes filled with sudden tears. "Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy, and you will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer. The God who flung planets into space and kept them whirling around and around. The God who made the universe with just a word. The one who could do anything at all was making himself small and coming down as a baby." Wait, God was sending a baby to rescue the world? "It's too wonderful," Mary said. And she felt her heart beating hard. How can it be true? Is anything too wonderful for God? Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted God more than what her eyes could see. And she believed. "I am God's servant," she said. "Whatever God says, I will do." Sure enough, it was just as the angel had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Now, Mary and Joseph had to take a trip to Bethlehem, the little town that King David was from. But when they reached the town, there wasn't anywhere for them to stay. "Go away," the innkeepers told them. "There isn't a place for you." So where would they stay? Soon, Mary's baby would come. They couldn't find anywhere except an old tumble-down stable, so they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. And there in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows, in the quiet of the night, God gave the world his wonderful gift. The baby that would change the world was born. Mary and Joseph wrapped him up to keep him warm. They made a soft bed of straw and they used the animal's feeding trough as his cradle. And they gazed in wonder at God's great gift, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Mary and Joseph named him Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us. Because, of course, he had. Fantastic. Well, that is part 1 of the Christmas story taken from the Jesus Storybook Bible. And if you'd like to have part 2, you need to click, I don't know, probably there right now. And I'll see you in the next video.